Hello and welcome to China Travel New Links. I'm your host Sylvia Gunawan. On this show, we'll update you on the latest travel information you need to know for your trip to China. US Route 66, also known as the Will Rogers Highway and also known as the Main Street of America, is one of the original US highways. It originally ran from Chicago, Illinois through Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona before ending at Santa Monica, California, covering a total of nearly 4,000 kilometers. Many people come from all over the world just to travel along this famous highway. Now, two guys took a trip on Route 66 in April this year. Let's hear about their experience and meet some of the people they encountered along the way.
Sun Yibing, a graphic designer of a famous sports brand, and his wife Zhe Yuan, a photographer of a magazine in Beijing, both have a passion for traveling. They decided to take a trip down Route 66 because of the film Cars. The film is set in a world populated entirely by anthropomorphic vehicles. Many of the characters and places in the movie are inspired by the people and places along Route 66. They flew to America in April to experience America firsthand. Their road was completely different from China.
当时我们在那个街上走，然后呢。
We were walking down the street and a man walked out of a door. When he saw us, he greeted us kindly and asked where we were from. We said we're from Beijing, and he said in Chinese, Ni hao. Then he gave us his card, and we were very surprised he was the mayor. We were so shocked that we could meet the mayor on the street, and he was so kind. The mayor was a genuine man and greeted us from his heart. We can also see he greets his citizens as old friends. This is difficult to imagine in China.
Another thing makes them surprised was American people always complain how small their house was when they pointed to a three-tier building. However, Chinese people never complain to pay a lot of money for a very small place.
Actually, I think they always complain how small their houses are is because some are hoarders and will put many things in their house.
但是我觉得就是说，其实美国。
I think the buildings in America are all very big. They don't have small houses like in China. So they're getting used to all of these. They see other big houses, so they feel theirs are too small. Maybe they come to China to see our houses, and they'll stop all this complaining.
Their trip on Route 66, just like any other trip, was not without incident. The worker of a car rental agency in Chicago didn't tell them their car only uses ethanol gasoline. When the tank reached half full, they couldn't find the right kind of gas station. They decided to ask for directions, but the process of finding help wasn't that easy.
At first, we didn't notice the gas gauge. As it got dark, we noticed our gas was running low and we only had about 30 kilometers left until empty. We were worried that we couldn't find a gas station.
At that time, the only thing we thought was to ask if we could find a gas station in next town. But when we got there, we found only one house.
Asking for someone's help in the dark of night in America was not an easy thing for them to do, because in America, they may not open the door to strangers, and if they do, they may have a gun with them.
就特孤独，天很黑了已经。完之后。
It got really dark and we found a lonely house with a faint light. We were also very scared. We didn't dare to drive, so we decided to ask the people inside the house for some help. But we knew that American people are all allowed to have guns. If you break into their house without permission, they have the right to shoot you.
Will they get shot in the dark American countryside? Will the strangers help them find a gas station? Join us next time to find out what happens next on Sun and Zhe's Journey Across America.